guys, welcome back. If you've seen part 1 of the Buggy the Basher series that I'm doing, you'll have known that I had a bit of an issue trying to get wheels from the V-car Bison fitted to the Buggy. Since then I've actually ordered a set of 6S arm backflips, but they're not in stock, won't be for a week or two. The owner of the local hobby shop, Model Tune of Portadown, kindly donated me these truggy wheels just to try out. So what I'm going to do tonight is hopefully try and fit these wheels, take out the centre diff and put in some 1 million weight centre diff oil, and what that should do is hopefully give us wheelies. It'll not diff out as much the front. When the power goes down, the front end lifts. This wheel would want to spin, but with a thicker oil it'll not spin, put more drive to the back, and hopefully gives a bit more action. Anyway, stick around guys and see what we can do. Hopefully at the end of this video we'll get a bit of running footage. Who knows, maybe even a wheelie. First things first, inspect the tyres and see that they could do with a bit of glue around the edges. So guys, I'm just winging this build. I have no real plan. Any of you guys watching out there have any ideas? Do you upgrade this? Do you change the hubs? Do you change the arms? Longer shocks? Different shock towers? I don't know. Leave a note in the comment with any ideas you have. Right, that's one side of each tyre glued. I'm going to let them dry off there for a bit, and I'm going to pull the centre diff out and put in this 1 million weight diff goo. So let's see, I think these are handy took out. It's only a couple of screws. Hopefully you can see a bit better now guys. That's one thing I'm going to have to get sorted is some form of lighting. Where the bench is here, no lights above it, and it's definitely makes life difficult. Let's see, it would make this a bit easier for myself, couldn't it? That's it. Trusty Milwaukee. I wouldn't be without one of these things now. It doesn't necessarily have to be Milwaukee, but I wouldn't be without one working around these, especially building one. And that should be us. That's a real smooth dip. But for anybody that maybe doesn't know, your oil inside, I can turn that quite easily as the oil is quite thin, and if you imagine your motor spinning, turns this, and as that turns, both front and rear wheels want to turn. But if one wheel lifts off the ground, or the front wheels lift off to do a wheelie, these wheels then go light, so this would be heavy, and all the power will then transfer. Instead of turning these back wheels, that's me holding a bit of force, that'll still continue to turn, but it'll take the path of least resistance and drive the front wheels only. So what should happen with me putting this million weight grease, that should really tighten this up, and even if the front wheels do go light, it's that hard to turn that it'll want to hopefully turn front and back, and that's what'll give us our wheelies and control in the air. That's the theory anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, onward and get this pulled apart. I'll find an old lid, hopefully with no holes in it. Definitely do an oil change anyway, but plenty in. But there's what you can see, the consistency of that. a bit gloopy, it's cold. Anyway, we'll get these cleaned out. Here we go. How long do it drips, guys? You see that? That's why with that in the diff, it struggles to diff out the front wheels. It wants to put drive to the back as well. That centre diff just can't let go just as easily. Look at that. This is going to take a while, folks. It really is thick. Oh no, appear to be making a mess. Seriously, let go. Folks, you can see this is going to take a while, so you can join me in a second or two whenever I've this done. Right, that's about as much of that in there as I want to put in at the minute. I'm going to let that, it's going to take a while to settle, so I'll set that out of the way, and hopefully this glue's dried. Those tires aren't wanting to let go. Anyway, I'll get the back side of these two done if it needs them. Doesn't really need anything round it. If I can get a wee tiny thin bead, that would do no harm. One other thing I wanted to have a look at, I have absolutely no idea if we'll be able to do anything with it or not, but as you can see, that's seen better days, and it's definitely not a monster truck type body. So set that out of the way. And now, again, I haven't looked at this, I have no idea, but I have a body which is pretty decent off an old FTX Surge, one of Ellie's first trucks, and I might be able to get that on there in some way. Let's see. Guys, let me know in the comments, what do you think? Is it worth pursuing, or is it just ridiculous? Yeah, it's ridiculous, but you know what? I might just try and fit it because I'm doing nothing else with it. Guys, that actually fits on. I'm thinking maybe if I just paint the outside of that black so it's not as obviously as noticeable, but I want to keep that on to keep all the crud out of the inside. But what do you think if that was black? With the wing off and possibly a wheelie bar? Stupid. These two wheels are pretty dry. Let's see if these fit. Moment of truth, folks. Oh, look at the size of them. There's a big bumper on that bison. It's probably ridiculously huge. I might actually lift it down a second and see what it would look like. Plenty of clearance, no hitting. Full lock. Full lock. Full suspension. I would want to hit that, but I can trim that back a bit. That wing's definitely going to have to come off, that's going to be in the way. Suspension is still bottoming out before the shocks run out of movement, so that's a good thing. That's insane looking. What do you think? Idiotic? Okay. For the noise in the background, that's batteries charging, but let's get this battery in, ready for a rip.
I didn't get that. That's insane. I can't get it. Oh, it's fine. I think you should just have that video it for a second. Yeah, because that's
Right guys, number one, sorry about the video quality in that. We actually tried attaching the phone to the bottom of a transmitter with a wee cheapo tripod thing from Amazon. I think it'll be good eventually whenever you remember that you're actually filming. I must have got about 20 minutes worth of footage and literally none of it was usable, so apologies for that, but look, it is what it is. The wee thing's potent. Obviously there wasn't much grip, so there's no wheelies done, but you've seen yourself, it was thing feels so smooth. That wee buggy was always lovely to drive anyway, so it's going to make for a fun build, but say no wheelies just yet, but that is to come. The next video that I'm going to do, I've got these wee wheel hexes, extenders to set the wheels out a wee bit further. Not ideal. What I would want to eventually do is put longer arms and maybe different shocks and shafts in it, but that'll be for another video. Anyway, as always folks, thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the like button, and if you did like what you've seen, please consider subscribing. Say it would be my dream to make 1,000 subscribers in a year. Can't see it happening, it's going very slow, but hopefully as time passes by, I'll maybe get a bit better, the videos will get a bit better, the word will spread, I'll get a few ideas from yourselves what I need to do to change things up again. But anyway folks, until next time, thank you, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.